good, guys? Welcome back to another Vlogtober episode with me, the EnergeticJay. I am so sorry that this video is late uploading. I'm having a lot of trouble with my system, my editing system. It keeps crashing. Literally every day I'm fighting with it. So I am trying my best to get back on board. I hope when you guys see this video, you guys love it. I'm so sorry about everything, okay, guys? So today I am showing you guys books that I am currently reading or have read already, and I have a lot of different choices. Honestly, I just want to show you guys a bit of my mini library. I actually have a mini library that I made in my home. I have like 2 of them, honestly. Well, 3, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they're like bookshelves I made into like library sections, sort of. I have one on my altar. I have a family altar in my home. I have one under there. Then I have this humongous bookshelf I got from Target. Shout out to Target. It has a lot of my books and stuff on them. A lot of the family books, the house's books on there. And then I have a mini, like self-personalized like library in my office where I'm at right now. I have like a bunch on a shelf in a little section where I have all my books that I am currently reading, and these are it. Plus some that I have already read that I have personally enjoyed, especially when I took children's lit back in college. We read some very interesting books that he had us read, and I still love those books. And I even have a book from another literature class. It wasn't children's lit, but it was something else. But it was a very fucking powerful class. Like, they had some awesome books. So here we go. I'm going to start with my first 3. These books that I'm going to show you, I had gotten when I was in college. I believe this was my 2nd or 3rd year of college. I got all 3 of these books. This first book I got is called All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. It's a very big book. It's like 700 pages, I believe. Probably more, honestly. Oh no, it's like 500. I'm sorry, excuse me. It's like 700, because it was really big, you know. It's like 500 pages. We dissected this book in the lit class that I was in, and this book to me was very, very deep. It was very good, very heartbreaking. Oh my goodness, like, you guys have to watch this. It's like, not watching, it's like a movie. You have to read it. It's like going back in time, honestly. This book is literally like going back in time. And it's ironic to me because All the Light We Cannot See, a character in this book is blind. So it really threw me off from the title. And it shows a lot about people then and now in this time frame. This is based off way back in the day. Like, if I'm not mistaken, like during the World War II era, World War I, somewhere around there. It's one of the world wars, if I'm not mistaken. It was one of the world wars. And or the Holocaust, somewhere around there. World War, Holocaust. I don't remember by heart. It's been a while, but I know I loved this book. Like, I recommended this book to so many people. Like, I really, really liked it. And if you guys like books that like take you back in time and teach you things and have you really think, because like this book really has you think. There's so much that you can get from just reading a chapter of this book. You can get like 5 different hypotheses just off reading one chapter. Seriously, that's how deep this book is, honestly. So you guys go check this book out, okay? I really enjoyed this one, okay? Another one, believe it or not, everyone used to read these books, The Hunger Games, okay? Now, this made me so mad because this book is better than the fucking movie. This book is better. Katniss is a bad bitch in here for real. You thought she was bad on screen. Shit. She's a bad bitch in this, okay? and it's way more detailed, way more creatures, way more graphic details of death and life. It's so much more, and it made me want to get the fucking series. And like, I can still get it. I still haven't gotten the series. I'm a little pissed at myself, but like, I recommend this. I recommend the Hunger Games series to anybody. This book was awesome. I really liked it. And I know a lot of people are like, you're behind. Well, I was never a book head until I got into college, believe it or not. After high school, you know, college made me more comfortable with school. I always was good in school, but I just knew how to do school. College made me really like and learn school. So that's why this came about then in my college years instead of my high school, middle school years like everybody else. Plus, I wasn't a follower anyways. Okay. The last book from that selection is a book called Rubble Fish by S.E. Hinton. This book, it was very interesting. It was also a back in the day book. It was like a flashback. It's a flashback type of book. Like at the beginning, if I'm not mistaken, there's like two guys kind of talking and catching up about back in the day. And then they talk about back in the day and stories about back in the day and everything like that. So it's really a flashback book, but it's very, very, very good. Very good. I do recommend this book, Rubble Fish. It threw me off because I never expected the storyline from the title. That I do remember. I read this book in like 2 days. It's very short, very sweet, but very good. I got it from my children's lit class. So it is a children's book, if I'm not mistaken, or a teen book. It's only 135 pages. Very, very good book. Very quick read. Honestly, you can sit down and like read this in a day. Seriously, not even a day. A couple hours, an hour or two. Literally, if you just read and take your time, you know. So that's one thing. Okay. These next selection of books, these were given to me by a very, very lovely lady. Her name is Miss A. She was very nice to give me and a very close person of mine a lot of books, and she had a lot of good selections that I have started to read, and I've heard that's good. She got me a really good one that I want to show you guys as well. So here we go. The first book I'm going to show you guys is The Secret Life of Bees. This one is by Sumak Kid. And obviously I've seen the movie, which really made me want to read the book. I've just started to read this, and so far it's similar to the movie, but it's not the same. You know, it's not the same. Similar, but not the same, because I see and sense a few differences just by reading the first few pages of the book. But it's really good so far, and I really recommend it to people, especially if you like the movie and like the historical parts of the film. I think this is a really good one for you, okay? Because it already starts off with some bullshit at the beginning, trust me, okay? Some racial bullshit, seriously, okay? The next one is called The Fire of Aries, or what, Aries? This one is by Michael Ford. This is a series, and I do have the other 3 books to this. One is called The Legacy of Blood, and the other one is called something else. It's like, I don't know, it's like 2 other ones. This one I've started to read as well. I read a lot of books like separate days and stuff to give like a different mood each time I read. This one is very good. This one is so good so far. To be a fantasy book is so awesome, and I'm an Aries, so it makes it really awesome to see this. It's like a warrior type of book for me. It's very, very warrior-like, very fantasy-like, very, very interesting. Like, I learned so many new words and new ways and styles of writing just from reading this personally. And I really enjoyed it, and that's why I'm glad she actually gave me all 3 of the books. So like, that's why I'm glad she gave me the entire series. So definitely check this out, okay? Fire of Aries, okay? Get the series too, okay? Now the last book that I have, I know it's a classic, but I've never gotten my hands on a copy until she gave it to me. Waiting to Exhale, okay? Waiting to Exhale by Terry McMillan, okay? And I've heard a lot about this book. I haven't read it personally yet, but this book is definitely on my list of reading things, okay? Definitely gonna read this. I try my best to catch up with my black literature and my black authors and artists and things of that sort, because I've never been told about so many of them in school. I only been talking about the main ones. They didn't even talk about Maya Angelou as much, you know, and that's what made me upset, you know. It's just people like Terry McMillan, or McMillan, you know, however you say the name. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, but people like this, you know, that make a difference. It shows like you can be an author too, baby, even though your skin is black. Like, I be wanting books like this. So I haven't read it yet. I heard it's really good. It's definitely a classic, and I'm excited to read it, honestly, okay? So my next and last group of books are books that I dabble in a lot. Halfway through or starting myself, but I got these books myself personally. No one got these books for me. One person has recommended a book to me, but I bought the book physically myself. So these are these last groups of books, okay? So the first one I'm gonna start is called The Four Agreements by, what his name is, it Don Miguel Ruiz. Okay, and it's basically like a personal self-guide help book when it comes to like freedom, happiness, love, life, all types of things. I've read the first few pages of this. I haven't gotten deep into it yet. But so far it is very different, and it's very, very deep, very good in my opinion. So I wonder how the rest of the book is going to be, honestly. A lot of people recommend this book for me personally. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just try it out and read it, you know, when I get a chance. So I always have this on me, and I always try to find time on break or something when I'm like not working or something to do this. So that's one thing. The next one is a book called Vieve by the late great Eric Jerome Dickey. He recently passed away, I'm aware of. I think it was this year or last. So rest in peace to Eric Jerome Dickey. He made a lot of urbanized books when it came to the black culture and the black community. And this was like the first book I really got into by him. I've seen a lot of his work growing up around, and when I finally got my hands on something that sounded interesting to me, like Vieve, I was hooked. And I see his books everywhere still to this day, and I try to get what I can when I can, but books are expensive. And it sucks now that he is gone and he can't make anymore. So I'm going to do my best to get as many books as I can by him, because he had a very, very good selection and a very good style of writing. I love this book. I'm like halfway through this book personally, and I freaking love it. Like, seriously, I'm halfway through this book, seriously. And I love this book. I really do. It's very, it's a lot, okay? Trust me. If you like suspension and drama, Vieve, baby, Vieve, okay? The next book that I have is called Witch by Lisa Lister. I have a spiritual journey, okay? I am. But this book has a lot of things that I have been taught, that I have seen, that I have witnessed, that are in this book when it comes to practicing my ways of spiritualness. Because regardless of skin color, when you know your facts, you know your facts. You know what I'm saying? So I have the original facts, you know, but these are also some original facts in here. And this lady is not black. She's a white lady, and it messed me up, but she know her shit, which is why I kind of look at things in this book. I read things, I do my research when it comes to things. I notice the differences and the similarities between things like spell work, spirit work, elements, oils, all types of things, nature, just trying to educate yourself a little by little better about things like charts and holidays and religions and stuff like that. All of that stuff, definitely check this book out. it definitely gives you some background about a lot of things. Okay, check this book out. Okay, it's called Witch. The next book I have is called Helium. Helium. It is by Rudy Francisco. He is a black poet, and I actually use a couple of his poetry passages on my podcast. He is very, very, very bright, very outgoing, very different, very straightforward in a lot of his writing, in my opinion, and it's really lively in a lot of ways. But it's real. You know, like, that's what I like about poets of color, especially my black poets. We're going to be lively and real. We're going to be funny and real. That's what Helium gives me. It gives me that vibe. And I really loved it because it was a lot of inspirational poems in here to me that I kind of took off with my podcast to give motivation. A lot of inspirational and motivational poems in this book, Helium. So you guys definitely go check it out. I got it from Barnes and Nobles. Like, this is a really good choice that I got. I sat there and read that book for like 20 minutes. I read like the first few poems. It was so good. I read some poems 2, 3, 4, 5 times because I like them that much. Seriously. So the next book that I have is it's a poem book called She Wears Pain Like Diamonds. Poems by Alpha. There's a lot of poems in here that I also used for my podcast. When you're sad, you know, when you need somebody to understand you, especially as a female or as a woman or a person with feminine energy, like, understand, as a person with feminine energy or as a person that identifies as a woman or a female, this book really ties in with our emotions as women and as people with feminine energy. It really does. And it shows you like how a person has been through hell like a diamond, you know, but came out like a diamond. You see what I'm saying? You wear your pain and your anger on your sleeve, and you a boss about it, you know. And it's a lot of things, like, you find the beauty in the pains when it comes to this book. You know, you embrace your pains when it comes to this book. So I've used this a lot in my podcast, especially like my Mondays, and when I did the Thursdays, I used a lot of this, and I still will continue to use it until I can't use it anymore because it is so good. I really think people, especially women and people who identify with the feminine energy, should get this book, honestly. So last but not least, I got this poetry book years ago, and it is called A Beautiful Composition of Broken. And it's exactly what it is. It is a beautiful composition of broken poems, like poems that are deep, dark, depressing, beautiful, all types of things, like literally. Like, I can read one right now. Like, okay, this one is page 13. I haven't put this one in my podcast yet, but I was thinking about it, okay? This one is called You Haunt the Devil, okay? The poem is called You Haunt the Devil. Transforming heartache into lessons. Refusing to remain down when falling. Not afraid to stare your abusers in the eyes. The devil fears women like you. Yeah. See that? What's that? Okay. So, just things like that. And then, like, the page before that, it will have something like, this poem is called Seeds That Grow. And it says, the suffering will make you strong. The pain will help you grow. You see how one poem's like really inspiring and the other poem is like inspiring but like more on the stronger tip of it, you know? Let's see, another one. Mobile distractions. This one's called Mobile Distractions. Should have held my hand more instead of your phone. Like, that's crazy. Like, this book is literally straight to the point. So yeah, I recommend all these books for you guys. All these books I got. Look, Yeah. I recommend any of these books for you guys, okay? Any of them. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please comment below for you guys want me to see, do, or try next or do next. If you guys like these books, go check them out. Let me know what you think about them. I will do my best to show you guys where you can get them. If I can't find them, just look them up. I'm pretty sure somebody has a used one somewhere, chilling somewhere, okay? Because I've got some of these from school. So understand, like, it's a lot of things you can find and do, and I want you guys to enjoy books like me, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching me, the Energetic Jay. Shout out to all my book lovers. Happy Vlogtober, and I will see you guys next video. Bye.